Hi Pisces, here's a general look at your solar chart for February 2010, and I think you're going to have to keep a little bit of a low profile until the 19th, especially until the 12th anyway. You may have to keep your true feelings to yourself up until the 12th. And in general, you're being more reflective until the 19th of February. You should be listening, you should be touching base with yourself, you should be listening to your inner guidance more at this time of the year, every year as a matter of fact, because this is the time for you, Pisces, to recharge your batteries. So just don't expect too much of yourself. You know, don't volunteer yourself to make any huge efforts, not until after the 19th, when you will be hitting the ground running. So self-nurture is the order of the day at the moment. You need to get some therapy for yourself, and if you can't do that, then, you know, just look after yourself better and kind of pull in your energies, really. Don't overstretch. Now you are a sensitive soul, so you're going to be aware that others are needy. You still have your jobs to do, and this is actually a very hard working period for you, but just don't spread yourself too thin. Take your fair share back for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to probably create a health problem for yourself. And until the 12th anyway, there could be lack of opportunity for you to for things to kind of just land in your lap, you know, easily. So you just need to engineer this kind of nurturing environment for yourself, maybe kind of retreating a little bit, and whatever that means to you anyway. It could be spending more time in nature or just in your own company. Now, until the 12th, there's going to be lack of clarity, something to do with a love relationship for some of you, and you could find yourself even pandering to somebody else's needs, being a bit of a martyr, deeming it your duty to be unselfish, and even feeling responsible, you know, for them in some way. So only you can judge what that's about, but remember to keep healthy boundaries and to distinguish where you end and they begin. Another way this can work is that you may have to keep a love relationship under wraps for some reason, and you may be it's still a work in progress. You could also, another way this works for some of you, could be that you're just dreaming about somebody. So it's excellent actually to explore your dreams at the moment. Anything around archetypal imagery, also working with the imagination, artistic work, healing work, spiritual work. Allow yourself, though, to receive care and nurture from others at the moment, Pisces, because to receive gracefully is to give a great gift. Now, Mars in your area of work and health for some time now indicates there's no shortage of tasks to be done. Low-flying Learjet, that was. You know, you're going to be you're busy, and you know you're busy. You're on the go a lot, or maybe it's health issues that are keeping your nose to the grindstone. But something is, and you want to come up to certain standards as you throw yourself into things. But you you also must avoid overstretching your energies, as I've already said. Moderation in all things. You know, you wouldn't expect a car to run without water, oil, fuel, and a decent set of tires, now would you? Now, from the 12th, things become clearer where matters of the heart are concerned, friendships as well, not just love, you know, not just romantic type relationships. And you should actually start feeling more appreciated by others. Well, about time, says Pisces. And much better in your skin. You know, that'll be the time for you to get something nice for yourself, have a makeover, play up on the energy, because Venus in your sign is going to help you to feel more attractive, charming. You'll be feeling better in yourself and more friendly and warm. Others are going to pick up on this vibe and reciprocate. So this is going to be an excellent time for you to use your your wiles, your diplomacy, to persuade, beguile, bewitch, your way to success. Venus also governs money, and this is a good time for you to put out the call to the universe, that you know, whatever your need is, so that you can magnetize to yourself the resources that you desire. And remember, you need to feel that they've already arrived and behave accordingly. That's the way this seems to work, and it does work. A favorable time for cash to materialize, in particular for you, or for something nice to come your way, is between the 15th and the 18th of February. Now, you may have to curb an urge to splash out more on something, but actually, if you invest in something, no matter how small it is or how big it is, it's likely to multiply itself many-fold, as long as it is investing in something that's not just materialistic, but is going to serve an overall soul purpose that you have, a mission that you're on. You see, that's the way that one's going to work. Now, you're on this long cycle at the moment of more than 2 years, which is to do with accepting conditions around somebody else's value system, finding ways to compromise within the strict parameters of certain financial limits, which are dependent upon somebody else's joint ownership. Maybe somebody exerts some kind of control over your material situation. So this could be a partner of some kind, some outside agency. It just means that you've got to struggle harder to find that balance, to come to those compromises, to get property matters, financial matters on an even keel. Maybe, you know, to navigate your way through an agreement or a contract that you've made with somebody. In fact, this is a major gear change time for you, but it's happening so slowly. Now, in February, you're going to find it harder to achieve things until you let go of certain feelings or emotions which aren't serving you or helping you to make the most of a situation regarding these matters, or in, you know, how you share with somebody in a love type relationship. And you may be advised to ditch something that you keep tripping over, so that you can move forwards at last. This aspect loosens its grip, by the way, towards the end of February, and so by then you should be feeling that you're making positive progress. Now, from the 19th, the sun comes into your sign. You should be swimming along with more of a song in your heart and a smile on your face. This is the time of the year for you to be more self-centered, to take more time on your personal interests and be more self-indulgent. The universe is going to be conspiring with you on this one, working to present you with the possibilities, you know, to kind of recharge and reboot, and to do more stuff which you just like to do for you. Energy and confidence is going to increase over from the 19th onwards. Others are going to see you as more dynamic and decisive and charismatic. And this will be a good time for you to apply for something that you want, and as I said, charm others into understanding that it's in their best interest to let you have what you want. But remember, your first duty is towards yourself and your dreams, and if you don't have a dream, how are you going to make a dream come true? Now, Jupiter is going to be in your sign this year. Whoopee! It entered your sign on the 18th of January, and over coming months is going to bring you the opportunity you need to improve your life. This fortunate upbeat vibration will increase your energy, enthusiasm, and confidence, and will help you to grow and develop what is close to your heart. Well, that's it for February. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.